Hello friends, my name is Urvi and today I talk about Hack the Tech Step 8 Experiment a lot. This is an important step for setting yourself up as an expert hacker. Set up a laboratory on your one to experiment the learning on the practical applications. A simplest lab will have your computer. However, once you advance, you may want to add more and more computers and required hardware for your experiment. It is good to try experimenting on your one computers where you can rectify if you have done any mistake. Many hackers initially start off by downloading virtual lab applications such as Oracle VirtualBox. You required at least 3 GB RAM and such a comparatively powerful processor to carry out your hacking experiment. Setting up the virtual machine is crucial as it will allow you to test virus application and different servers without affecting your one PC. Some of the things you may need to keep in mind when doing experiment. 1. Keep a backup before any experiment. 2. Start small and have checkpoints. 3. Know when to stop. 4. Document your progress. 5. Keep improvising. And 6. Automate repetitive tasks. Types of hacking. Hacking is usually meant to break a code. There are 3 sections of hacking, which are web hacking, exploit writing, and server engineering, and each of it requires different programming language. Web hacking. Since most of the tech is built around World Wide Web, it is important to learn web hacking. To be a good hacker, let's see you are interested in hacking web apps and or website. When you will need to learn web coding, website use mostly HTML, PHP and JavaScript, so it is important to learn these 3. HTML, one of the easiest and widely used static markup web language present in each and every website you see your browser. It's recommended to learn HTML because it helps understanding web action, response and logic. JavaScript. JS is a client-side web programming, mostly used in web cities for better user interface and quick response. If you are interested in a hacking career, you need to learn JavaScript because it helps to understand client-side mechanism, which is essential for feeding client-side flow. PHP, a dynamic server-side language which is responsible for managing web apps and database. PHP is considered one of the most essential language because it controls everything on-side and server, like a caption of the ship. It is advised to learn PHP nicely. SQL is responsible for storing and managing sensitive and confidential data such as user credentials, bank and personal information about the website visitors. Black hat hackers mostly target SQL database and steal information which are later sold on underground dark web front. If you want to be good secretary researcher, you should learn SQL so that you can find flaws in a website and report them. Exploiting writing. After web hacking, another most important feature of hacking is exploits. You can crack particular software by writing an exploit. But to write an exploit, you need to learn either Python or Ruby. Python. It is said that a security researcher or hacker should know Python because it the core language for creating exploit and tools. Security expert and even pro hacker suggest that master Python is the best way to learn hacking. Python offers wider flexibility and you can create exploits only if you are good in Python. Ruby. Ruby is a simple yet complicated object-oriented language. Ruby is very useful when it comes to exploit writing. It is used for metapreter scripting by hackers. The most famous hacker tool Metasploit framework to program it in Ruby. Truth Ruby may not be as versatile. Python knowledge of Ruby is must in understanding exploits. 3. Reverse engineering. Reverse engineering the process of taking a software program's binary code and recreating it so as track it back to the original source code. If you know servers engineering, you can find flaws and bugs easily. If you want to learn reverse engineering, you need to know C and C++ and Java. The process of converting the code written in high-level language into a low-level language without changing the original program is known as reverse engineering. Phases of hacking. Hacking is broken up into 5 phases: reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, and finally clearing tags. The more you get close to all phases, the more stealth will be your attack. Reconnaissance. This is the primary phase where the hacker tries to collect as much information as possible about the target. It includes identifying the target, finding out the target IP address, range, network and domain name, registration record of the target mail server record, DNS record. 2. scanning. These make up the base of hacking. This is where planning for attack actually begins. After reconnaissance, the attacker scans the target for servers running open ports, firewall detection, feeding out vulnerabilities, operating system detection. 3. Gaining access. After scanning, the hackers designing the blueprint of the network of the target with the help of stops collected during passage on and 1 and 2. Now the attackers executes the attack based on the vulnerabilities which are identified during scanning. After the successful attack, he gets access to the target network. So cool. He is now the king. Maintaining access. After gaining access, the attacker scales the privileges to root admin and uploads a piece of code, usually called a backdoor, on the target network so that he always maintains the gain access and can connect to target anytime. Covering track. After gaining access and maintaining, the same hacker exploits the weakness and hack the network or misuse the access. After that comes to important passage covering the tracks to avoid getting tracks and cute hacker clears all the tracks by clearing all kinds of logs and deleted the uploaded backdoor and anything related stuff which may later reflect his reference. So these are 5 important passages of hacking which every hacker must follow for a successful attack. Security and privacy. We are all now well aware of the threats affecting computers such as DDoS attacks against servers. What exactly a zombie computer is, and some hacks which have hit the newspaper, like the story of the man in Tampa Bay who was caught stealing someone else's broadband connection. The individual hacked into a wireless internet network. While these may seem innocent to consider that the person who gains entry into the network could be using your connection to surf for porn, or worse, it could be a child porn with the trail leading to your connection. In fact, you may need to have your one expert helping you prove your innocence. Another similar story of broadband wireless signal left from out of UK, where several individuals have been charged using someone else's broadband connection. While the fines have been hefty, it is a clear indication that while the justice system is working toward protecting individuals. They are in uncharted theory. If you have ever brought someone else's wireless connection, you should think twice. If the letter of the law is flawed, you could end up with serious fine, jail time, and worse, a record that will follow you for life. If you have a wireless internet connection in your home or office, it's yours. It not only are you protecting yourself, your business, and its assets, but you could be preventing someone from launching devastating attacks against commercial systems, or allowing terrorists from using open systems to communicate with others, and even stopping the flow of child pornography. Forget about what could be done using your wireless connection. Consider that many of us store your entire lives on your computers, digital image, movies, banking, information, and even emails. If someone gets unauthorized access to your computer, you risk having your identity stolen. You need to ensure your computers are sufficiently secure to provide unauthorized access to its connect.